it's Jeanne Kelly, your credit coach, and I'm so excited to talk to you today one on one. It's just us today. And I say this because I love credit over coffee with my guests, but I realized I missed talking with you and talking about recent things that I do regarding the credit world. And a lot of you have written in to say, we love your circle and everyone, and we're learning so much. I love having guests on that I'm learning along the way with you. And I feel like if it's something that I want to learn, I want to have that guest on so we'll learn together. And at the same time, though, I want to make sure I'm talking about credit and having healthy credit. And since it is spring, which I can't believe it, I still have some snow outside, even though there's not a lot. I want to spring into action when it comes to our credit. And it's something, sometimes there's certain seasons of our life when it comes to rebuilding our credit, maintaining our credit, and we just don't think about it until we need it. What do you think about that? Like, don't you feel like sometimes you're not thinking about your credit at all, and then you need it? And then, of course, what are we doing? We're thinking about our credit during that time. And we wish that we thought about it when we didn't need it, so this way, we'd have a better score when we're trying to apply for some credit. So what I want you to do today, and again, I miss talking with you so much, and thank you so much for following and subscribing to Credit Over Coffee. I really, truly appreciate it. Please share it, spread the love of healthy credit. And thank you so much. So I want to remind you to pull your credit reports, and don't be afraid to pull your credit report. I know a lot of times we don't want to do it. We're afraid of it. We don't want to, it seems like a big project, but the only way we can figure it out is by looking what's being reported about me. And you can do this for free at annualcreditreport.com. And also, I just want to say right now, you're able to do this for free once a week. So you can go to that website, annualcreditreport.com. It's a sponsored site by Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And you can pull your credit report. And even if you want to take your time and say, you know what, because you can obtain all three copies from that one website, you may say, this week I'm going to take one from Experian, next week TransUnion. Space it out however your schedule can do it, that you don't feel overwhelmed, but that you make sure you do it. And do me a favor, on Instagram, I'm Credit Jeanne, and let me know. Comment, make sure you follow me there as well, but also let me know, because when I get the little messages in my inbox, I pulled my credit report, it wasn't as bad as I thought, or now I have some work to do. But you know what? Just starting is one of the biggest steps. And that's the only way we can rebuild your credit report, by looking what's on there and what needs to get done or what doesn't need to get done. So start with that. That's spring clean when it comes to your credit. Let's look at your credit report. And then what's being reported about you? Look at everything and take your time. There's different sections of your credit report. You have your personal information, how's the spelling of your name, the addresses, your telephone number, where you worked, your date of birth, your social. Look over everything, highlight anything that doesn't make sense to you, get to the parts regarding the accounts, your credit reporting history. What accounts are being reported on there? What balances? Are there accounts that you don't even know if they're, what they are, or if they're yours? And take a good look at that credit report and then come up with a plan. And if you don't know what something is, then contact that credit reporting agency and put in a dispute. Ask them and figure things out. And it doesn't mean, I want to say, I have so many people who will look at their credit report, they'll feel overwhelmed, But if they do nothing, meaning not if everything's accurate, if it's all, let's say you have a lot of negative information on your credit report and it's all accurate and everything was verified, that doesn't mean you still can't rebuild. You'll stay stuck there if you don't do something else, though. If you don't add new healthy credit, if you don't look at the balances and maybe put a plan together. Again, every report is so different. I have so much advice regarding credit reports, but it's really a very specific thing with looking at actually report for myself, for you, individual reports. There's so many scenarios, but I want you to know that you can rebuild your credit as long as you want to start. And even if you have negative information, it does not stay on your credit report forever. So know that most things are on your credit report that are negative for 7 years. A bankruptcy will stay on your credit report for 10 years in the public record section. But if some things were 3-4 years ago, but you didn't add any new credit, it's where's the time of those past few years? And that's why I say we got to put plans together. I have a credit club called the 700 Credit Club. Check it out on my website, again, jeannekelly.net. This is where there's a lot of we talk about credit and finances and budgets. And a lot of people don't like the word budget. It's kind of like not liking the word diet, but whatever it is, like maybe at some times we need a little extra of a budget or a review for our lifestyle. I like talking healthy credit for a healthy lifestyle for your financial wealth. But sometimes maybe if you don't like the word budget, whatever it is, to help you review where the money is going in and out. I do want to say real quick that on the March 21st, at 12 o'clock, I have Patrina Dixon doing a private webinar talking about budgets, the do's and the don'ts regarding saving money. You have to contact my office because it is a invite only. But if you contact us that you heard about this on today's podcast, we will send you the link. It will be live. No joking around. She wants to answer questions live, have a Q&A time. My email is my name, Jeanne, Jeanne, at kgroupconsulting.com. Send an email that you want to attend that webinar, March 21st, and it is at noon Eastern Standard Time. She will talk to you about financial wellness when it comes to budgets, because I bring in the experts for that. When it comes to putting together a budget plan, I don't have the financial knowledge of putting together a budget like that. So that's why, what do? I bring in who can help you. She teaches classes about budgeting and all that good stuff. So I wanted to bring her to you. She's been on the podcast before, Patrina Dixon. Check out the podcast and you'll see she's amazing. She's fabulous. And I'd love for you to attend that webinar. And so we got to look at our credit reports. We got to look where the money's coming in and out. She's going to talk about that. Also, healthy credit with times like this, where we say prices are going up for things, right? It's hard financial times for so many of us. And just everything seems to be costing so much more. A lot of people will say, well, Jeanne, why are you saying to use credit cards? That sounds crazy. No, because you use your credit cards for things you're already going to spend your money on. But when you use your credit cards, it's as long as we're not maxing them out, right? And we're keeping the balances low, you can pay them when the statement comes in or before the statement comes in. And you could be earning rewards, perks. Maybe every time you use that card, you get a discount on your groceries, or you get a discount at the pump, at the gas station, whatever it may be. You gotta master the rewards and the perks. And it is something that you really need to be organized. And I'm going to be honest with you that I sometimes lose track of what's important, what this card is giving at the moment. If there are some cards I definitely know, right? If you have a Chase Disney, you're getting Disney points. If you're using a certain airline credit card and it's to build up for travel for that airline, it. If it's a cash back card, the certain percentage, it. But then you have some of these cards that have a lot of offers, and it does take time. But if we want to be talking about saving money, sometimes using your credit cards can save you money. So make sure you're looking into that and that you have the right cards for yourself. Always, you can reach out, ask me questions regarding any credit cards or things that I know that are working out well right now. If you go, I always am mentioning Instagram because that's where I have a lot of links in the bio, and that's where a lot of my recent information. I happen to be on Instagram the most often. So again, Credit Jeannie, and find me there, message me, and you'll find out more credit tips. But I want you to spring clean your credit. And it all begins with pull your credit report, make sure the information is correct, or enter those disputes with the credit reporting agency that has the information that is not correct or that you just need some help figuring it out. Make sure you're looking at your budget. If not, I've got the solution for you. Definitely March 21st at noon, Katrina Dixon doing a webinar, and it is live. It's not recorded. It's not something where there's not going to be time to ask questions. It is live. So only my credit members who are inside the 700 Club and the credit training, they will get a recorded copy if they can't make it live. That's it. There's no other access. Otherwise, again, but live, all you have to do is email me or contact my office, and we'll send you the link to join. Looking forward to it. I missed you. I was so glad that I could jump on it and give you these suggestions for springtime, and get yourself all prepared before even thinking about the summer vacations, right? Let's really organize our financial credit wealth here and make it the best we can for ourselves in the moment that we're in. Sometimes with our credit, we're in a fabulous moment and we want to keep maintaining it that way. We got to keep our eye on it. Sometimes it's just good, and we want to make it better. Sometimes it's not so good, which you all know I've been there. And that's okay as long as we're ready to organize, think about it, put a plan together, and work on rebuilding better credit. I thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar with Katrina Dixon. I thank you for tuning in to Credit Over Coffee. And please don't forget, subscribe. And thank you so much. And I will see you next week. Have a great day.